Alright, so the picture on the front of this is a rocket, sort of. That's what's fired out of an RPG. Basically, all of them. There's some variant of what is in the picture. Alright, I'm gonna try to start my vehicle, and I'm gonna hope that it starts. One thing that is common among almost every single person that I speak to about the situation is their rapid boredom. People stop listening pretty goddamn quick. Oh, fuck it. Stuff's all tied up together. Oh well, close enough. Anyway, I'm going to the dinner. Alexander didn't show up. I didn't expect him to. I hope he'd keep his word. Most of the time he doesn't. Last time, it was pretty obvious he just wanted money for drugs. And once he had the drugs, he didn't want to do anything. And that sucks for me, because I still need the help.
Head east on 3rd Street towards Stillwell Avenue.
I can't just keep paying people to not help, you know? Fucking A. It's not that I don't like these people. If they need help, I do try to help them out, but they don't often show up to keep their word. If they do show up, it's not usually to keep their word.
Turn left onto Stillwell Avenue, then turn right onto 1st Street.
You know, if I'm going to pay somebody $100, I'd like to pay them $100 to work, not $100 to fuck around like my little sister and Ed did. Not fuck around like Alexander did. At least he showed up, and he did some stuff. It was
In
just
300 feet, turn left onto 5th Street.
I had to wait for him to take a shit for 45 minutes and then stop talking after 45 minutes to an hour, and then he'd move some stuff, and then he would get right back.
600 feet, turn left onto US 101 North Pacific Avenue.
Make sure I don't run anybody over, not even on accident. Good. Thing is that the government people that are supposed to help me and help to prevent me from getting taken advantage of, they take advantage of me and send me out onto the streets to be taken advantage of by street people. How is that okay? And the street people, after they take advantage of me, they want to send me to those services for those services to take advantage of me. Well, they also complain that those services take advantage of them. Well, if those services take advantage of you, then why are you sending me to them? It's a good question, right? Anyway, I'm pretty fucking overwhelmed.
In 800 feet, turn left onto Ocean Avenue.
Ah, shit. I completely forgot to plug my phone in. That was intelligent of me. I hate this town. I hate this country. I hate everyone in it at this point. All these people expect others, but they're not helping anyone else. They're not showing up when they say they will. They're not speaking up when they say they will, and they're going out of their way to play fucking stupid. I'm sick of this shit. Meanwhile, there's all these people that tell me about how they're good people. If they were good people, they wouldn't send me to be a bunch of goddamn junkies. Not that anybody cares. I see all these people that want to spend literally hours and hours and hours or even days telling me about all their personal fucking problems. If they would fucking stop and help me to turn that shit in, that shit would have been turned in years ago. But nobody fucking cares. Nobody cares. What they care about is being able to go out to the fucking Lions Club and fucking have a couple of goddamn beers and talk about how they fed a hobo. Or they give a hobo some goddamn socks. Don't get me wrong, we're thankful for the food. We're thankful for the socks. But when you're going to be reading scriptures to us, you know what? You teach a man to fish, he can feed himself for the rest of his life. But when you take away a man's fishing pole, and you take away his right to fish, and you tell him, hey, you got to pay money to fish. Oh, and you can't cook your fish either. You need to pay money for that too. You're not allowed to live here. You don't have enough money. You're not allowed to live there. You don't have enough money. Well, shit, does that food really make much of a difference? We're forced into a situation where we have to take your filthy goddamn handouts. I say filthy because we get treated like shit for taking them. Meanwhile, many of us could take care of ourselves if we weren't so busy getting ripped off. Do you know how far it is in between services? How far do you have to travel to go to the bathroom? When you're at work, how far do you have to travel? Well, luckily you can work. There's probably a in the place that you work that you have access to. How about when you're at your own home? How far do you have to travel to go to the bathroom? Do you have to get on a waiting list once a week to take a shower and hope that you get in? Are you expected to spend over half of your income and then spend 4 days of your life going around to meetings in order to have a roof over your goddamn head? But yeah, sure, thanks for the goddamn sandwich. I'm glad. I'm glad I got a full belly. But I gotta go start over again tomorrow because nobody's helping me with what's needed to do it for myself. My disability money that is supposed to be going to taking care of me is not going to take care of me. I'm having to waste it all trying to find somebody who's not a fucking crackhead in fucking Oregon. Or one of these services that are supposed to help us that isn't committing Medicare and Medicaid fraud. I can't fucking take care of myself, god damn it! I get a goddamn disability check because I can't take care of myself. I can't even spend my disability check on the things it's supposed to get spent on because I have obligations I gotta jump through because I have no friends and no family. I have people who tell me that they're my friend until it comes time to do a friend thing. Kind of like these people out here who want to say, hey fam, don't call me fam. My name is Sean. I'm not your brother, I'm not your sister, I'm not your mother, I'm not your father, and you're not going to do no family shit for me, so don't call me fam. All right. Now I'm about to go on. To be respectful. So what I'm going to do here is unplug myself from all this equipment and mind my P's and Q's like a real grown-ass goddamn adult. I'm tired of getting taken advantage of. I'm getting tired of being beaten on. I'm tired of going to jail for having to do things to defend myself, to show what's going on, to get help. I'm tired of having to rely on fucking web wingnut goddamn death junkies. I'm tired of people promising to help and then just ordering me around and telling me about their crazy goddamn conspiracy theories. I don't give a fuck about your goddamn conspiracy theories. I don't give a fuck about the Illuminati. I don't give a fuck about aliens. I don't give a fuck about Bigfoot or Sasquatch or the Loch Ness goddamn monster. I don't care about Shanty Claus or the Keister Bunny. Welcome back. Larry, I don't mean to alarm you, but your feet are showing.
Tell your mom.
Sir, that is highly inappropriate. I can see your ankles. Burrs. It wasn't me, it was the one-armed man. I think I saw that on a movie with Harrison Ford. I also saw a movie where he was running away from a giant bowling ball. Am I here too early or here too late?
Too early.
All right. Well, Gary's here, so all's right in the world. Welcome back to the world. Alright, so I've been here in Tillamook, Oregon almost a year now. It's been nothing, non-stop bullshit. No matter what harm comes to me, nobody gives a shit. Nobody cares. All they're gonna do is talk over me. Sure, people want to tell me about how bad it is, but they're not gonna try to help turn it in, are they? No, all they do is take advantage of me. Promise they'll help if I do this, if I do that, if I jump through these hoops, if I jump through those hoops, if I wait here all day long, or I wait there all day long, eventually they'll this or they'll that, and they just don't.
Well, they got the tables out there.
Yeah, but you can't go in.
No, that's true.
When they allow it.
Okay.
No.
Good to see you. You seen
I
somebody?
showed up.
I said, I don't know, but did you see?
You're welcome.
Good, because you didn't see it at the store, so.
Well, I don't see you here either. I don't want to destroy your reputation or have people coming up here creeping on you and whatnot. Bad enough to know you work at Starbucks.
I'm not used to it.
You're the bouncer here. Ah,
No,
no?
no,
And I'm not a
You don't want that
basketball.
job either?
no.
That's your job.
No. No, boss lady.
That's your job.
That's not mine. I'm the bouncer.
That's why they got you guarding the door. Yeah, I know we were gonna
Short one out of the kitchen.
do that. You wouldn't even talk.
Well, I'm slightly antisocial, but I figure everybody at this table's too old to beat me up, so I'm safe.
And I'm just warning everybody, the moo cows are on strike again. Yeah,
Like, okay, whatever.
we're milking the water tap and the coffee machine.
Okay.
Okay,
We got water, we got clear water, and we have dirty water.
you got it, that's it.
Hey, you know what? You should know those Starbucks folks. They always have extra creamer. I've seen it.
Oh, so we have to go steal some, okay.
I don't like that idea
I
either.
like volunteer, I'll steal from Starbucks.
Steal from anybody, okay.
Water and coffee. That sounds good.
Not entertaining the idea. We're just using the idea as entertainment.
Okay, that's good.
There you go.
There is starters. I went to waiter school. I could tell.
You look weird without a bow tie.
Yeah, well, it was denied.
We wore one of those when we worked at Safeway.
Yeah,
You need a bow tie.
I need a bow tie.
Yeah, you did.
You're not far from Goodspeed Park. I could probably go milk one of them heifers.
Yeah. One, I need 1, 2, 3.
Sean, you ever get kicked by a cow?
Yeah, I'd rather get kicked by a cow than a horse. Duh, huh?
Yeah.
o'clock. Wow, apparently people are doing stuff and things. I just got a notification saying the sun's warm and the grass is green.
Great. Thank you. Oh, that looks good.
Thanks, Kristen.
You're welcome, Terry.
Oh,
All right, thank you very much.
You're welcome.
thank you.
Oh, there you go. You were missing your pudding.
Yeah, I sure was.
I'm putting it in my face.
We had that chocolate pudding with the bananas and stuff. That's pretty good.
Okay, water or coffee, you guys? Water and coffee? I'm gonna have water.
That was really good. Yeah, it was. Yeah, I like the enchiladas. Coleslaw was good too.
Wait, you guys mean to say you don't have like 100% pure organic bottled water?
No.
Well, somebody needs to go find a bottle and milk it.
Hey, that's good.
You're right.
The fuzzy one?
Coffee? Go ahead, Steady.
I always thought the fuzzy ones were wuzzies.
Fuzzy wuzzy.
You're welcome.
Well, fuzzy wuzzy wasn't fuzzy, was he?
So we don't have enough salt cover.
Weebles do fall down. They just self-right themselves. But they're right about the wobbling. Although God's greatest gift to humanity is either Lincoln Logs or Legos.
Oh, yeah.
There's a seat over here, Scotty.
I'm sitting next to Ray Ray. How you doing, Ray Ray?
We're going down.
Hey, Scott. Hey, how you doing? Pretty good. Yourself? Sorry I didn't even get the table.
There's the water.
How you doing today, Will? Pretty good, Scott. Good. How about yourself? Oh, you're still here. That's great.
Okay. How about you? I've got a water here.
Okay,
Coffee and water? Okay.
did you know it only takes one mistake to not be perfect?
I passed inspection. Okay.
There's another chair over there.
Oh,
Chair there by Sean.
oh, I don't want to do that.
Hello there.
Yeah, don't make people sit next to me. I haven't showered since last season.
Those still exist?
What are you doing? Cold week? Bamboo. Oh, you're doing the bamboo?
Some more seats, more chairs.
Huh? 3 days.
Where were we at here? Coffee and water, Terry, is that right? Okay.
You know what would make dinner a lot more exciting? Is if we could listen to the Top Gun soundtrack.
Yeah.
I know.
You were what?
I'll take water. Be fine.
Okay. Water for you also?
I'll take coffee and water.
Okay.
Hey, thank you all very much for showing up and feeding us.
You're welcome.
I think they got a little confused.
Oh no, I didn't go to college.
That makes two of us. Let's count community college.
There is water and coffee.
Thank you very much.
Water and coffee. You're good. Okay.
Yeah, if you're bottom of the class in a community college, your ass is working at McDonald's.
Okay. So this table is
I have some water, please.
water. Okay. I got a water here.
There. This is a new one.
There you go.
New one, Jerry.
That's a new one.
Okay, I'll get it out of go.
Oh, good. There you go.
Hi, may I get two, please? One for my girl, you know me, but she's in the park right over there. Please, thank you.
But clear water and dirty water, and you get mud.
I have a,
Good, how you doing? I'm doing better now. I get to use
Right over here, sitting down.
oh yeah. Thanks, Craig.
How are you doing, man?
So I'm gonna put those in that tray. With the accessories, all right. And then, yeah. I can do this.
Do that.
Thank you, yes. Yes, sir, thank you. I got it.
Okay.
What's the name of the guy that used to tell us?
That didn't do that.
Oh,
The drinking guy, like I remember.
no.
I grabbed yours for you. You're welcome. You're welcome.
Oh, milk is available tonight. Not for strike. Okay. Water. Water. Okay, I'll bring up a.
He was working on getting a job at McDonald's or something like that.
Here in town.
Yeah. Might be doing that.
Maybe, yeah.
Did you say he went to community college?
Who, Grant? I don't know. I think he went to college for a while.
Thank you.
I don't think he went to community college. I think he went to regular college for a while. I know college graduates that
You haven't been all right for a long time. Well, that's beside the point. Okay.
They can move up in the management.
Do that.
I know business owners that are sitting right next to us.
That's right.
All right.
Were they?
Yeah. Now I feel manly.
Depending on your mood. I am a business. Just to let everybody know, the
Bless
footing
you.
is terrible if you don't want to.
I wouldn't want you to suffer.
Yeah, I'll trade my silly for 2 soups and a stamp.
Anybody else? Okay, what's the cut up there?
Yeah, I know, it's bright out here.
I got, could I just get coffee for two, so I'm taking it to the homeless home? Coffee for two.
Man, you're not gonna eat it
Homeless
all,
$2
you.
meal.
I can't know that you're taking it away from me.
I just wanted to make sure he was willing to give up his
Oh, yeah.
Well,
I don't mind, but I can't.
it is reusable.
All right, so am I getting this right? That's Gary the white and that's Gary the gray?
Better for the environment.
Okay. That's Richard. That's Richard. That's Gary. That's Richard Gere.
Everything repeat?
It's good gear. Yeah, exactly.
Second, everything?
Oh, and it's back here.
Chair for you, Richard? You've been kind of filling up the game.
Good buddy.
That's what we need from Lord of the Rings.
And one row of
We need
beer.
mithril chairs for old people.
Yeah.
Oh, that's my bad. There you go. It blew off the table.
Sorry, did you hear that velociraptor?
Yeah. All right. Yeah, dude.
Not today.
He said he was working on the bamboo today.
Yeah.
Sounded like it was gonna be a pretty big job.
Yeah. Hopefully we'll get several $100 for that. So we're trying to get $100
How you do that?
Yeah. Can I get some more water?
Does anybody want an extra peach?
I'll take it.
Sure.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Miss Krista.
You're welcome, Sean.
Hey, you know what? August is almost over.
Yeah, it sure is.
Where
September.
Where did you enjoy?
You got what, one more week after this? Yeah. Be in September.
Yeah. Next Friday.
What's today's date?
The 23rd? Or
Oh, today's the 24th.
24th.
I got 4 days to go mug somebody for $25 to pay off my fine for the month.
Is that right?
Shit.
Yeah, except I'm too lazy to mug people, and I also think it's mean. I think to myself, what would it feel like if someone did something like that to me? Yep, that's a bad idea. And then I gotta realize that most of the people here are bigger than me. They're not as gimpy as me. And if something goes wrong, I can't run away.
Right. That's right.
But I got the ultimate defense. I got it all figured out. I'm just gonna say, hey, why you hitting me?
Well, trying to properly serve you.
My head
It's
ran into your foot.
Team effort. Isn't that where you're supposed to be served? From the left.
Oh, you think I look bad? You should see what my head did to his fist.
Oh my.
Anybody want
More than a love
seconds?
tap.
Yes, please.
Everything?
Yes, please.
Pudding.
Just the soup.
Just the soup?
You got any pudding?
Can't do seconds on pudding.
I'm gonna throw a tantrum and flop down like a fish. And, no, you're cool.
I'll take a soup.
And soup?
Yes.
Isn't that what we're supposed to do? If you don't get what you want in the grocery store, just flop down, flatten out, and go, ah!
Here, Sean.
What?
I won't work here. I'll just go. I don't care. I don't care.
That's right, and I'll tell people that I whooped the crap out of that foot with my ribs.
Well, just make sure you get dirty dishes.
Got something?
She's being ultra sweet. At least it's a punishment I like.
Okay. That's it.
No.
Whoa, who told him I was here? I could hear him coming.
That's, we made sure that they knew where you were.
Smart. Like Magnavox.
Thank you much.
Blocker, would you like seconds?
Yes, please.
Everything?
Two, yeah.
Well, I like y'all, or most of y'all. The ones I haven't met yet, thanks for not being dicks on the first day.
My name's Terry, by the way.
Good to meet you, Terry. I'm Sean.
Sean, okay. Thank you.
I'm gonna go try to panhandle me up some fine money.
All right.
There you go.
And possibly some more Starbucks money, because when I need to hide from a stalker or a creeper or some freaking weirdo, it's nice to go hang out with the weirdos at Starbucks inside the Safeway.
Oh, yeah.
I got 2 windows of safety. If I get myself in line at the Starbucks, then I got the Starbucks people that can help to protect me just because they friggin' exist. And then I got all the people over at the deli that, well, I'm glad they exist too. They pretty well rock.
Right in between both of them, aren't they?
Yeah. I try to avoid people that are unpleasant. Except for Jim.
Nope, I was just.
Jim's just too rambunctious to me.
You just avoid them all.
Right? He is so loud and he never shuts up.
I never shut up, huh? He's always
Yeah.
got something to say.
What a big meanie. And bullying us all the time.
Yeah, Rustin blew up.
Actually, I like the fact that you're mild-mannered. Would have whooped the crap out of that guy for screaming in their face.
I'm used to that. For as long as I've known Jim, he's always been like this. I've known Jim for a long time. Yes, you have. I've known you since you were probably 16 or 15 years old.
Yeah, you know how I know you're not a cowboy?
Yeah, you were about 12 or 13.
Oh, I'm back. Yeah, cowboys.
I'm not a cowboy.
All right, so here's my big idea. If we're in cattle country, I think it's a wonderful idea, especially with the feedlots and whatnot. What I want to do is I want to take a sole of a shoe and make a and then I want to take some heavy-duty bandanas and I want to dip them into this rubber stuff that I got. And then I want to put the little laces on them so that you can take them and wrap them around your feet. I'm going to call them Futhers Mucking Boots. And my motto is going to be, these my Futher Mucking Boots. Yeehaw. I think it's a good idea. I mean, I think it's a good idea. I'll say it in my commanding manly voice. You can tell when I'm offended, my feet will be straight up in the air. Whoa! Does anybody here like spiders? Hey, stop chasing me. Huh. Damn it. easy stuff. That's the stage finding. All right.
And I'm available too.
Oh, so I can do me an interview with you.
Yes, sir. Let me get this first.
Yes, sir. It was a velociraptor.
Oh, thank you very much.
Yes, sir. Alright, Valinor Highborn typed, "Hey dude, I earn $2 million a year and $70,000 a month for a lease." Well, Valinor Highborn, I make $822 a month. It goes to paying the same people that give it to me. That's one of the things about getting assistance here in the United States. You spend $200 worth of gas and 4 days of your life for you to have to waste the 5th day of your life to hopefully get $50 worth of services. God bless America, right? There's a lot of people I know that want to take out loans or personal loans, take stuff out on their personal name based on that they're getting a settlement someday or they're inheriting something someday. I think I'm about the only person I know who doesn't do that as far as those folks out here on the streets go. There's a lot of the folks out here on the streets that don't mean no harm, but they don't do any good either. When they see other people being harmed, they want to look the other way. When they're harmed, they want to complain that everyone look the other way. It's Anyway, I've been trying to get help turning this in. As a disabled and at-risk adult, I'm supposed to go to a friend or family member when something happens and have them help me turn it in so that I'm not blown off by law enforcement, which is what is most likely to happen if I go in alone. But no matter how much I explain that to people, they don't understand it. They also don't understand how it is that... Let me show you this. Conditions How I can't just sort through all this crap all the time. I live in this. My back is screwed. And mentally, I'm pretty fucked as well. I'm overwhelmed, and I can't function because I'm overwhelmed. Now, whether you earn $2 million a year or $2 a year is of no consequence. What matters to me is people speaking up. I'd like to have millions of dollars myself. That'd be great. I could help a lot of people and save a lot of lives with that. I'd like to think that's what I'd do with it if I had the money, but, you know, it seems to me most of the people that I know that have lots of money, the reason they have lots of money is because they don't care about others. There's a saying I heard once, it's, if you ever want to be rich, never take responsibility for anything that breathes. Anyway, I can afford to be a little bit patient, but I've been patient over and over for literally years, hoping that somebody, at all these people who promised they would help, hoping somebody actually meant it and will actually come through. Actually do what it is they said they were going to do. A lot of times people will promise to help me exactly how I need, and then when I get there, they just want to offer me a sandwich. With Shannon Alvarado, sure, it was more than just a sandwich, but the thing is that I didn't go there for a sandwich. I could have taken care of the sandwich part myself. Being heard part that I needed help with. All she did was mess with my head because she's an alcoholic. And that's horrible. That doesn't feel good. And a lot of people expect me to just be able to brush it off. Well, it doesn't work that way. A woman will literally make a big deal out of absolutely nothing in this country, and it'll destroy a man's life. When his life is actually being destroyed, though, he's told he needs to shut up. He needs to get over it. He needs to just man up. Being homeless and disabled makes it 100 times worse because rather than listening, people assume that I'm retarded and therefore I must be talked over, and that's how you help. I tried to help. I told you who to talk to. No, you didn't help because you didn't listen. If you make me talk to any of these places by myself, then you're going out of your way not to understand. And what you're showing is your privilege. The fact that you have privilege enough to believe that it works that way. To believe that everybody is a pretty white girl is pretty fucking stupid. But for a pretty white girl, with a pretty white girl's perspective, that's what she's going to be able to tell you about, is a pretty white girl's perspective. Now, if all she's willing to do is tell you about a pretty white girl's perspective, she's not going to be able to help you because she doesn't know shit about your perspective or what the literal situation that you are in actually is, because she's too busy telling you pretty white girl perspective. As a man, I'm expected to shut up, even though I'm the most likely person in this country to be killed by police because I'm a man. However, if you go off of percentage of our population, the fact that I'm homeless makes me the most likely person in America to be killed by police. There's also the mentally ill tag. The majority of those killed by police, 51%, are called mentally ill. And that's as easy as it is to make it all go away. Oh, well, yeah, sure, you shot the guy, but he's mentally ill, so it's okay. And that's how the public treats it. When people say, oh, well, I'm mentally ill too, I tell them, no, the fuck you're not. You have an actual diagnosis, and mentally ill isn't it. That's because mentally ill is not a diagnosis. It's an excuse, and that is all. You don't want to pretend that all black people are the same or that all women are the same. But it's okay to pretend all whites are the same. All men are the same. And of course, all quote-unquote mentally ill people are the same. Use the word mentally ill, people don't think about complex post-traumatic stress disorder from being abused. No, they think of schizophrenia, or they think stuff like Jack Kevorkian or that feller from Waco, Texas. A lot of people like to spout pretty memes that they read somewheres. And all of a sudden that pretty thing that they read somewheres is a magic fix-all for everything. Because they said that one pretty thing that they read to you. No problems could ever exist in your life after that, because that person said that pretty thing to you. If I say a bird in the hand is worth two in the bush, does that stop a rapist? No. Does you just need to love yourself? Put your stalker away? No. Does it stop a stalker or a rapist or a murderer? No. Pretty words don't do shit. Real words do. What are real words? Well, your friend gets raped. She comes to you and she tells you she was raped and she needs help turning it in. You help her turn it in. Those are real words. When the police try to interrupt her and you say, hey, this is her story, not yours. That is proper use of your words and proper use of a friendship. Are we friends or no? Are you going to stand by and watch while this shit happens? Are you going to look the other way? Well, then don't call us friends, because we're absolutely not. Friends ain't going to look the other way like that. That's abhorrent. It's horrible. And it's not a way that any human being should be treated. A lot of people out here, they complain about how their families treated them growing up. And that's their big play out here, is that their families were horrible. Well, yeah, but are you using that as an excuse to make things better, or are you using that as an excuse to sit on your ass and do nothing? When somebody's called mentally ill, they're not allowed to be heard without a friend or family member who cares. Not allowed. And that's one thing that many of y'all's suggestions completely ignore, is the not allowed part. A lot of y'all are quote-unquote mentally ill, but you have families who care about you. So your perspective on the matter is completely different. For you, the mentally ill tag is an excuse to get away with doing horrible shit. Oh, sure, you beat your kids, but you're mentally ill. Oh, sure, you smacked your husband with a tire iron, but you're mentally ill. Oh, sure, you smashed all the windows on his Jeep because you were hallucinating that he was cheating on you. But you should get away with it because you're mentally ill. No, you're fucking psycho, lady. You're not mentally ill, you're fucking psycho. And yes, I do make a distinction. Some people exhibit quote-unquote psycho behaviors because nothing else gets them heard. These are your fat people, your ugly people, your poor people, your homeless people, your quote-unquote mentally ill people. How are rich mentally ill people treated? Oh, poor them, poor them. They're mentally ill, poor them. How are poor mentally ill people treated? Oh, god damn, he's horrible. He's probably going to kill a bunch of people. He's mentally ill. He's mentally ill. He's mentally ill. Britney Spears mentally ill versus her stalker mentally ill, you know? And then, of course, there's the idea that only men can be stalkers, when statistically women are more likely to be stalkers. A lot more women admitted to having stalker behaviors than men. Because a lot of women don't see it as stalking behaviors when they do it. That's why they had no problems admitting to sexually assaulting men either. A lot of women admitted to things. This is in Utah. They did a thing on sexual assault in Utah by women, and some of the things that women were admitting to were felonies in the state of Arizona. It's not shit you want to do there. Now, how many of those women were charged after the fact? None. None of them were. They just took a poll. How much do you know about sexual assault on campus? How many of those women had committed sexual assault against men? Not even considering it sexual assault because it was against men, or because it was women who were the perpetrators. And men are taught to think the same way. A woman can't be a perpetrator. We're supposed to protect women. That's our jobs as men. Protect women, protect children, protect women, protect children. Who protects us? Especially from vindictive women. Who protects us from that abuse? Is Chloe Roma? No, she talks about stuff that's popular because that's what people want to hear about. That's what sells her merchandise. A lot of the stuff that she brings up, well, she's in Canada. But she brings up a lot of stuff that's here in the United States. Makes sense, we're pretty close to Canada. A lot of the major news is made here in the United States. Not a whole lot of real good Canada stories. Everybody wants to believe in Canada as all these great and mighty, super nice peoples. Like the peoples of Christmas or something. They're here to bring wonderful gifts and good manners. And to teach us filthy American heathens how it's done. The British kind of have the same attitude. Now, can we blame all Brits for the actions of a few or the beliefs of a few? Well, why the hell not? If it's okay to do it to Americans, all Americans are spoiled rich people with a 2-car garage, right? We're all rich, every one of us. We all have a Maserati in our garage. Every American must. We're all millionaires. Well, no, we're really not. We got more poor people here than we do in many third world countries just because we have a population size here that's greater than most third world countries. I say most because there's a lot of real small countries. But there's also countries that are considered third world that now they're actually not. India isn't considered third world anymore. It was back in the 90s and the 80s, but now it's starting to industrialize a lot. Saudi Arabia, too. They were never really considered third world, but they weren't considered first world because only a small portion of their citizens have any rights whatsoever. There are hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of princes. Alright, I'm going to end this video because it's getting hot.